JJ here. I got Erica Ballard here with me. Got a awesome conversation here, and you got to check out her page on IG. But you also do work for Second Degree Society.
Yeah, so Second Degree Society is a business coaching or a business networking group, and they host live events in Denver, and I got to do a sound healing for them.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I know you did some sound healing for us here at Novel.
Yeah.
How did that come about? Because not a lot of people are aware of sound healing.
Yeah, how did me doing sound healing come about?
Or how did you come about with getting the opportunity with Second Degree Society?
Yeah, so when so I'm part of Second Degree Society, and when Emily, who's the founder, was thinking about an event, she was like, "Girl, you got to get your sound healing out there. You've got to like make it known, tell people about it." Because I won't say that I was like silent about it, but I did not know how to talk about it in a normal way, I guess. And so she pushed me to do it. And I'm really glad she did, because I think we had a good event that day.
Oh yeah. What were the challenges of getting it out? Because I know sound healing, people go, "What is that?" But at the same time, there's so many facets to it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people could relate to it, but making it approachable by talking about it would help people out, right?
Yeah, I think there's two things. One is mainly me. I'm the problem. Problem is me. Is like when it's so close to you and it's something you love, you kind of don't want to get judged. You don't want to get judged for it. So there was that. And when I overcame that hurdle, it was, when you're so into something that you forget that people aren't into it. Like as in what we were talking about with video cameras, right? People will say these like wild terms and you're like, huh? And so for me, talking about like resonance and vibrations and hertz and it's like, pause. What is a sound healing? What's the purpose of it? What do you bring to it? And so having to take myself a couple steps back into that space. And I used to get sometimes like really nerdy and heady and just being like, it helps relax you. It helps revive you. It helps heal this or whatever it would be. So one was me. And the second was finding the right way, like a relatable way to talk about it.
Isn't it funny how it's like that? Because we judge ourselves so hard, right?
Yeah.
But then all you got to do is like take a leap of faith on yourself.
Yeah.
But we're always so worried about what people will think because like you're like, I know this.
Yeah.
And I want people to see it, but I don't want to do it.
Yeah, it's been really interesting. I talked with a friend and she was like, you could talk about this all day, so just talk about it like you would to us. Because your hype will make someone else hype.
Yes.
But there's like a right way to do marketing, but there isn't. There is and there isn't. And with your friends, you'd be like, throw it all out the window and just do it. But when it's you, you're like, but if I don't do blah, 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 will people take me seriously?
Yes.
So, yeah.
I know, and it is a harsh reality when you realize like, oh, not as many people are as into it as I am, but I got to get them there.
Yeah.
Or find those allies, find those people, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and I think, it's so funny when you say that. All I thought was like, yeah, people just don't care as much as you do, in a good and a bad way. And then wanting to get it out there for me, sound healing has been really helpful for me. Like sound has really allowed me to see and feel and understand things that really felt ununderstandable, like that felt like I could never wrap my head around, and really, often it takes you on a rocket ship, right, to different consciousness, realm, whatever you want to call it. And it has really helped me grow as a person. And so now it feels like such a gift to get to bring it to other people.
But isn't that amazing though? Because you're navigating through like your thoughts, your mind, yourself, and you have the noise of everything around you. But you have to do something, right? Because you just can't bottle all this up. You just can't do the same things again and again. I think you have to find outlets. I think sound healing is like a beautiful way to do it. Working out, hiking, whatever is your poison, right?
Yeah, and I would say like the antidote, whatever your antidote is, not your
There
poison,
you go,
you
yeah.
know. But
I like
yeah,
that.
whatever your flavor is, right? I love sound because it kind of does the work for you, right? We're taught in personal growth and spirituality, meditate,
Yeah.
do breath work, journal. Listen, I'm here for it all. And sound healing is beautiful because it takes, it does it for you. It takes the work out of it on your end because the bowl's vibrations naturally put you into a state that enables the clarity that you seek.
How do you get people to find that clarity, like say your first timer, right?
Uh-huh.
How do you get them to kind of let go and kind of detach? Because they're obviously there to find something, right?
Yeah.
But a lot of times people don't know how to just relax or kind of just let themselves go because they're probably worried too, where like, what am I doing here?
Yeah.
These people, what if I do something weird,
Yeah.
So
That person's in all white. They must have done this a bunch. You know what I mean?
yeah. There's always the one. No, I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
right. No, it's true. So what I try to do is explain to people what's happening. So my mind, I'm like a recovering type A. So I love an agenda. I love to know what's coming, and it puts my mind at ease. And so when I first started sound healing, I would just kind of go into it.
Yeah.
Now I stop and I explain, okay, here's the deal. This is what we're gonna do. We'll go through breath work. We'll do a little guided meditation. Then the bowls are gonna hit. When the bowls hit, know that you just lay down. You just lay down, and if your mind wanders, don't worry about it. Come back. Like you don't do anything. You don't need to do anything.
Yeah.
And there's no right or wrong way to do it. And then I also let people know, this is your time though. If a thought hits and it's starting to bother you because you're afraid you're not going to remember it, get up and journal. If you need to go pee, go pee. Like it's giving people permission to like let
Yes.
the sound bath be whatever they need it to be, and then also reminding that, and then also telling them, I should say, that you don't have to do anything here. Your job is just to let go and let the bowls do what they do.
Yeah, I think a lot of times people forget to give themselves permission because they put themselves in this box.
Yeah.
But it's okay. Just let go or just even getting the word out about sound healing.
Yeah.
Just kind of just let it go and just get it out there, right?
Yeah, it's this idea of what I find with the people that I work with is like, I got to do this right. There is a right way to let go, right? There's a right way to listen to sound bowls. There's a right way to astral travel or whatever it is that you're doing down there. You know what I mean? It's got to be done this way or I'm doing it wrong. And it's like, no, there's no wrong way here. Like it's here for what you need. And even if you walk away from the experience unmoved or annoyed, even like that's information that you take with you.
Yes.
Maybe it isn't that you do it again, or maybe it is look at your frustration or whatever it is. So yeah, this like this is how it's got to be, and it's like no, there's so many flavors, and you're just trying to figure out what brings you back to yourself.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have to. It's gonna take a minute.
It's gonna take a minute.
Yeah.
And showing up, like, hey, that's a big step.
It's more than half the battle, I
Yeah.
would argue.
You know what I loved when you guys were doing your just sound healing? The pre-sound healing, like the introduction, the writing, the meeting your neighbors kind of thing. I thought that really let people's guards down and made people a lot more comfortable. And I think it helped with that process,
Yeah, the thing that I find when people, especially go to sound healings, there's a lot of first timers and they're looking for their community. Like I'm getting a little weird. I saw a couple things. Stuff's coming up, and they're almost bottling it in, right? Like they want to go after that feeling inside of them. Maybe they experience it in a journal or meditation or a yoga class or something, right? Or a retreat. And then they come back and they're like, where are my people, or where can I talk about this with? I don't want to be quote unquote weird, And so those type of things really do allow people to like find the community that they seek. I hear it all the time in the spiritual personal growth space. Like people are looking for their people. And so having dialogue beforehand, I did it with Second Degree Society, but I also do one regularly at May Salon and Wellness down in, I want to say it's in Baker, but I know it's not. But it's on Broadway. And we started to do questions, people to meet their neighbors beforehand, because when they come out of it, many people have these wild visions and they want to have a dialogue and they want to have a conversation and they want to be seen. And so it allows people to connect and put their guard down, which enables the sound healings to work, really get in there. And work their magic, and then allows when they come out a really interesting integration, because when you are witnessed by somebody, like, you can hold it better.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting how that works the way it does, right? Mm-hmm. It's like you're finding yourself, but then you also need something, or I don't know, something to help you get there. Mm-hmm. I don't know the exact terms, but you got to take those steps, right? Mm-hmm. And then connecting with these people will lead you towards there.
Yeah, don't quote me on the Bible, but I'm going to try to say a phrase on the Bible. It was like Jesus says, like, or God says somewhere in the Bible, somewhere, like, when two people gather in my name, right, you can essentially feel it. And God, source, spirit, divinity, consciousness, I don't care what you call it. But when two people gather, mm-hmm. there's a possibility, right, for that to be really seen and felt. Yeah. And that is why I love the community aspect in sound healing, like meeting your neighbor.
I think everyone's trying to find some form of community, right?
All of us.
Yeah.
Like, I was talking, I have a 10-month-old, and I said to someone, and it made both of us laugh, because my 10-month-old loves to be loved. And when I said that to someone, I go, oh, because she was like, flirting and smiling to like someone who was waving her, and I said, she just loves to be loved. And we both looked at each other and we're like, doesn't everybody like, and to be loved as you are. And so I think that that's what we look for in community, because for many reasons we have built up walls and we have built up stories and armor, and we're all looking to just put it all down and hang out with people who won't judge us.
Well, it feels good, Mm-hmm. But being loved in a community is very important. Mm-hmm. But I think also you gotta find in yourself to love yourself too, which I think the community helps with that. Mm-hmm. But that's a whole nother journey on its own.
Yeah, this is why I believe, I could not agree with you more. Community is part of it, but when we're doing our personal growth and spiritual development type of work, the beginning is very insular, which is why a lot of times you hear like Gandhi, right? Be the change. Mm-hmm. It starts with you. You've got to look at your shit. I don't know if you can cuss on this, but like you got to look at your stuff.
Yes.
And that's really important, because you judge people because you judge yourself, right? Yes. Like, you are annoyed at that person's short temper because you have a short temper. Like, all these things exist in you, and that work is so important. And again, this is why I love sound healing, because there's a person here, and I wish I could see him again. I could see he was getting really moved. And when he got up, he was tearing up, and he had to excuse himself, right? Because there was so much. And I just thought to myself, what a brave, awesome mm-hmm. human. Like, to let it all come up. Like, yes. There is so much bravery in that, to go that far, because that was also such a big, awareness and release. But yeah, the journey starts with you.
Yeah, but it starts with you. You help them out to give them that space, because a lot of times people don't allow themselves to feel that emotion, and sound healing is a great avenue to get there.
Oh man, I really do. I really, really do. It is a really beautiful. It's a really beautiful way. And I think the cool thing about sound healing is that you can get there through any bowl, any drum, any chime. You can go to anything, right? and get that release.
Yeah.
Like instruments, like once you get that, we get obsessed with frequency in this community. Like, should it be like 432 or 440? And what I think Jonathan Goldman is like the OG of sound healing, like the really studied, and he always says like frequency plus intention equals healing. And so as long as the quote unquote healer, right, the person who just plays the bowls, because you do the healing, we go in with the intention to help you. The bowls are there to do it, and then you have the intention to help yourself. Magic is just like I wouldn't say magic. I would say miracles are bound to unfold.
Oh yeah, but you got to put in that effort to be intentional, be present, and really allow yourself in this space to just take it all in.
Yeah, because the bowls, I use predominantly bowls, but I also use other instruments as well. But they meet your vibration. They meet your energy. Like they show up. Like if we can all agree that we're energy, which I would say physics has shown us. But if we agree that we're all energy, then the bowl's energy and their right? Because their vibration and our vibration can affect you. And so these bowls, if you open up, they will meet your vibration. They will meet your energy and do wild, crazy things.
Oh, yeah. I felt it.
Yeah. And so that's another reason I love it, because you could take you could take yourself out of the equation. Like if you're willing to let go, say, I have this intention, and then I'm going to get on this vibe. I'm going to get on this vibration. And the bowls just naturally will do that.
Yeah. To show up, right?
Yeah. Things can happen that you never expected.
I know, it's amazing. What was Erica before that? Was it at the gym all the time, doing CrossFit, taking every yoga class on YouTube? Like, it's a journey, right?
Yeah. So getting to sound healing, it's actually kind of wild. So I have been on a spiritual, like I would say, I've been awake to my spiritual path for the past decade or so. And I've been reading the text, I've been, Course in Miracles, reading Yogananda, doing all those things. And not really sure what I was going to do with that. So I worked in health for a very long time, public health, health coaching, dabbled in some life coaching, and then spent my time before sound healing B2B marketing. So I worked in marketing, and I've spent most of my career in some form of marketing, often on the health side, health marketing. But I was let go on maternity leave, which is a whole other conversation that we won't have here. And I was like, well, I'm really happy right now. I'm really happy in the state with my new baby. What would continue to allow that process? And I just grab the bowls. And I did. And I'm actually fairly new to sound healing, but I think what has made me laugh is that 4-year-old Erica wanted to be a pop star. And now I play bowls, I play the piano, I'm taking drum lessons for my first time on Thursday. I have a steel string drum that I enjoy to play. I have gongs at my house. I'm like studying percussion. I have gone knee deep in instruments, not because I think I'm going to play at Carnegie Hall, but because it brings me so much joy. And so the bowls have ignited that, and I continue to play them because they continue to ignite this joy.
And even though you had an idea of where you thought you were going to go, you still went on that journey and in a way still collected those elements.
Yeah.
But they think the big thing is you started and you're like, I want to do something.
Yeah.
And you just did it. And I think that's one of the hardest things to do is take that action, right?
I will tell you, the thing that I think holds people back from living the life they want to is they get these nudges. You can call them God winks, you can call it intuitive hits, you can call whatever you want. And they hear them. I know, because I heard them my whole life. I did not listen to them, most of it. But I had gotten to a point, especially with those bowls, having that decade worth of self-development, spiritual walk, all that. I heard it and was like, that is so weird, but okay. Like, okay. And I didn't, I mean, truly, it opened up this world that I mean, that's how I'm talking to you right now, right? And
Yeah.
it's like, I am going to meet a producer to like figure out what it looks like to play sound and create soundscapes with them in April. And I started this sound bowl journey in September. And I mean, I was musical when I was younger, for sure. I mean, I did play the saxophone when I was younger, and I did take piano lessons for a bit, and I played the violin, and I did those things, but I threw them all to the side to be practical, like, you know, and
Yes.
and I love, like, I can catch a rhythm. Like, I don't salsa dance now, but like picked up salsa dancing in like 6 weeks and taught it for an entire summer. Like,
It's amazing.
I can do like it, and all of it brings me joy. I can pick this stuff up, and it has been truly so fun because I listened to that small little knowing that's like, go get these things. You can say all you want. Well, they're not directly correlated. Yes, they are, because as soon as I figured out I can do this, and then I picked that up, and now I play the bowls better because I understand chords and scales and what goes with what, and how to create the sound. And yeah, it's been a joy. I don't really remember if I answered your question, but I hope I did.
No, but you're absolutely right. You've gone in other realms to get knowledge,
Yeah.
to refine what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's like I remember hearing this, like someone was saying, like, just go. It's like, go be a little bit more athletic. Doesn't mean you have to be a Heisman Trophy winner, a Super Bowl winner, or a world champion boxer. Just like do something active every little now and then. It just makes everything else you do in life better, because you could do more. And then you never know, you might want to pursue that further, and it just goes and goes and goes. It's like how you're talking about learning other instruments, but then you're understanding like music and how the chords work, and then how do I incorporate that in what I do all the time.
Yeah.
But you just get better and better, and you're adding these new tools, or just more tools.
Yeah.
And it's like a bigger arsenal to be better at what you do.
Yeah, and I am quote unquote old. Like, I'm 39, and so
You're not old.
I'm not old, but what I'm saying is a lot of us, we let all of this go. You know what I mean? By 30.
But the story you told me about, you want to be a pop star, and then you
Yeah.
have to do something practical, but then you circle back,
Yeah.
and you're doing what you want to do, but in a
100%.
different way. It's a great example of
Yeah.
rewriting your story. You can
Totally.
always add a new chapter, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, yeah, things happen in the past. You couldn't do certain things, but you could always do something, and you just got to do it.
When I called my dad to tell him I'm taking drum lessons, and you know, because when I told him I wanted to buy a piano, like over Christmas, he goes, "Great, let's go get one."
Awesome.
And like we went and got one, and I told him I think I'm gonna take drum lessons. He goes, "Erica," I go, and I said to him, I go, "I wish I would have kept up with all this stuff." And he goes, "Sometimes you put things down to pick them back up," and I thought, there's so much knowledge in that, because my life experience is now allowing me to pick this up and stick with it and be here with it and enjoy it, versus seeing it as like a must do. But the reason I share that, like, I'm 39 and I'm doing this again, is because we start to get so practical as we get older. And like with kids, there's no time. I have 2 kids under 4. And I'm just saying, it's a pretty busy time. But I'm prioritizing what brings me joy, because doing that enables me to show them what joy looks like. And then that makes it very normal for them. Like, I'm not playing piano because I'm going to go play for the symphony and that's going to blah, blah, blah. And, you know, or I'm going to, I'm going to be Elton John. I'm playing piano simply because playing piano makes me really happy. And that's a good enough reason to literally do anything. And that's the thing with the intuition piece, right? Is like, if you got a nudge and you think that thing will make you happy or joyful or peace, whatever, you know, like a positive emotion, follow it. Like, that's inspiration. You don't know where it's gonna go, but as long as it continues to feel good in the process, why not? like that's kind of the point of this life thing, is to enjoy it, but we do our damnedest not to.
Man, you just said about that nudge. It really hits home because it's true. Like there's a Haitian proverb, to go fast, go alone. To go far, you go together,
Yeah.
or you slow down.
Yeah.
But that's life, right? It's like a push and pull. You constantly just keep going, slow down, go, slow down. And to me, it feels like you're on a highway, and once in a while, you gotta take a turn, like to the side road, and go, hey, do you want to go here, see something new and different, or do you just keep going on the same road you've been going on? But once in a while, you get that tap, and it's just like, I gotta make this turn and just see this where this road goes, and then I could get back on the highway,
Yeah.
and just keep it going. But
Yeah.
even to have like your father, like no hesitation, just that kind of encouragement,
Yeah.
amazing. Like if more people had that kind of support, or just the security to say, I could try it and
Yeah.
it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
I think it's huge.
Yeah. And that goes back to the like alone or not alone thing, that when we're like working on yourself piece we talked about earlier. Like that's really huge, right? That's how I got there. Like recognizing that I am not what I do. Like I'm not what I do.
That's hard. That's a hard concept where like when you spend like work doesn't define you.
Work doesn't define me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even all the labels that I put on myself, like I am a mom, I'm a sound healer, I'm a, I'm a like spiritual teacher. I'm like all these things. It's still like I'm still not like you want to get crazy, like not crazy meta, but like meta, right? Like I'm not even that. Like
Yeah.
I am the I am, right? And so, but it's taken me a while to get to that space, and now I recognize, even though like the gremlins will be like, "You're gonna fail, and this is so stupid, and what are you doing your drum lessons?" And I'm like, I just want to have a little bit more fun, guys. Like, I get it. It doesn't make sense, but for $40, I can go try a hand drum and see if I enjoy it.
Yeah, how many times have we spent money on dumb things, right?
Dumb things. And I'm fortunate enough, right, to get to do that.
Yeah.
But I would also say I have found time and time again, when you follow things that either bring you joy or bring you peace, because sometimes peace is not brought by doing things we love. But if you follow that, even if it involves spending money or doing something hard, like they're like God's or spirit, divine, whatever you want to call it, there's like always finds a way. Universe always finds a way.
Ooh, I would add on top of that, if you constantly work on those things and you work on yourself and you figure out where you're going, your purpose and all that good stuff, you find solitude and peace, and all that lives in there, and it's gonna be all right.
Do you know what's really funny? The card I pulled this morning said solitude.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it was like this message of like, go inward, be still. All of your answers lie in there. And like to full circle it, like, this is why I love the bowls, right?
Because I was gonna say, yeah, exactly. Like, you have to let yourself go, and then find, yourself and find that peace.
It exists under everything. My teacher, his name is Mitch, he's hilarious. He has this practice called Name Your Thoughts, and it's exactly what it sounds like. When you're like mind's racing and you're like trying to like get back to peace, name your thoughts without an agenda. And what you start to find is like the wanter, the ego, the like problem solver is just going crazy in you. And then you start to name them, and all of your thoughts they're first they're fast and they're frantic. Yeah. And as you start to name them all, the pauses, the stillness starts to become present. And the more and more you start to name your thoughts, the more and more stillness enters your mind until you are now peaceful. And at times, and I would say often, you start to laugh. Then you become joyful because you're like, I think that? Like,
yeah.
Like, why would this quote unquote soul ever be occupied with that mean or fearful or whatever thought.
But see, I think you're also putting in the work for yourself,
Yeah.
And just attending a sound healing, going to work out, go for a walk, take a lap,
Yeah.
Like you got to put in the work, and it's taking action and following through with it,
Yeah, and I think the best thing about it, and I think we kind of alluded to this like off camera, was the journey of 1,000 steps starts with one step,
Oh,
right? It's
so
like
true.
you don't have to be all meta like we are right now and be playing sound bowls and meditating for an hour a morning. You just need to make a different choice than you would before.
Like, what do you got to lose, right?
Yeah, one tiny choice, see what happens, and then make another tiny little choice.
And just keep going. And you're not, it's like someone wants to pick up running, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're not here to break records. Just get out there and do a lap. You're not going to be like a yoga master. Just attend a class.
Yeah.
Like, go at your pace and just keep doing it. Keep doing it.
And it's like you're not going to be running. You're not going to be breaking records yet, right? You're not going to be a yoga master yet. Like, you could be an Ironman one day if you laced up your shoes and started running today. Like, and I think that's the interesting thing is like those small little steps, even though they are so annoying in the moment, especially when you begin the journey, like, oh my God, like I have to meditate. Oh my God, I have to read this thought. Oh my God, I have to like see that person in a positive light when they're just pissing me off. Like, it's like, yeah, it's annoying initially, but then you get to a place where like you realize it was never annoying. That was your ego. And then it becomes your default. And now you're like that happy person that's like, that people are like, how are you not mad? It's like, Yeah,
it's a practice.
It's a practice.
And then when you're focused on yourself or focused on a purpose to do something, all that noise goes away.
Yeah.
And sometimes you're just like, what just happened? But you just keep moving. But how do you keep those small steps going on your journey?
Me?
Yeah. Because it's not easy.
No, it's so much easier. There's a couple things. One is daily practices. So I'm going to tell you what my practice is, but I want to preface with I couldn't meditate for more than 2 minutes when I started. And that was over 10 years ago. I meditate for about 45 minutes every morning. And I journal, and then I read a spiritual text. And for me right now, I'm a student of A Course in Miracles, and I'm bringing her back out. And so I read that every morning. And then, honest to God, I have my alarm go off on my Apple Watch every hour just to like remind me, like to like set me straight, because I live in this world too, okay?
That's a great idea.
So I have it every hour goes off, and it's like, bzz, what are you thinking?
Yep. Just have a little reset.
Yeah. Because if I miss it myself, this buzz will catch me. Those are a few things. And then I have things like I go to sound bowls, right? I go to like self-care, also like introspective pieces. And then I work with people. So I just know my mentor's name is Mitch. Like I work with a mentor named Mitch. I also have another mentor named Barbara. I work with these people to help me see what sometimes I can't see. So it sounds like a lot when I say it, but I want to share that it lights me up. I used to check the box for my morning routine and be like, oh man, it's 2 hours and I got because I'm going to do it and Wim Hof said and blah, blah, blah. I get it. I threw that away because I realized I was checking a box at one point, and now I get up. I'm so stoked to meditate. I'm so into it. And then I'm so into the coffee that I have afterwards. Like I put these little joyful nuggets all throughout my day. And I make sure that what I do, I love, instead of just like constantly doing things I think I have to do.
Well, there's intent behind it, but you're also, there's a reason, there's a why, there's passion, but you had to work to get there.
Yeah. And I I saw this quote, and I'm gonna butcher it. It's by this guy. I think his name is Cormascara, and he says, "You can't self-care your way out of misalignment."
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that is a really important thing for people to know, because the reason why this stuff also is so much easier for me is I'm now in alignment, right? Like, I'm not in jobs I hate. I'm not in relationships I hate. I'm not doing things that like constantly get under my skin,
Mm-hmm.
despite the fact that, like, they quote unquote shouldn't, or my life is quite aligned, and that also makes it easier.
Well, you put in the work for it. And,
That's right.
And I think that's what you got to do, and it's not easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not easy, but it does become easy.
Yeah.
I think that matters.
Because sometimes you'll go, I've been here before. I felt this. I know what this is. It's like, I think I could get out of this a little bit better. And then it just gets a little bit easier. Not necessarily where it's completely easy, but you do have a process now, and you just got to just keep at it.
Yeah, and it's helpful to have friends who are
Yes.
doing the work. Like, going back to the community piece, I saw one of my best friends in San Diego, and she literally is like, "It's all good. It's always all good. And it's always happening the way it's supposed to." As much as you want to punch someone when they say that, to know someone means it, says it, and walks a very beautiful walk. Like, she is a child, like, she advocates for children in foster care. Like, she volunteers in these different spaces. She's not spiritual bypassing. She's saying it's all good. It's exactly how it should be. And, like, you can live this way.
Mm-hmm.
You can do really hard stuff and see the good in people. And I know that that's why I continue to do this work, because I actually really love humanity, even when they make it hard to.
Oh yeah. Is it fair to say a shift in perspective could do a lot when trying to do hard things, or just trying to do things in general?
I mean, I think it is. It's Course in Miracles says the miracle is a shift in perspective.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I say this because a lot of the times we think the manifestation is the miracle. The miracle is a shift in perspective, and the manifestation comes once you decide to see,
Interesting.
right, the world the way it is. And we confuse the two. So I think it's very fair to say, I think I know a shift in perspective enables you to see the truth. And that's what it means. Like, that's, Of Course in Miracles says that. It's like a shift in perspective, and that allows you to see the truth, which is, this world is an illusion. We're really just a spirit having a human experience. It's all good. You're good. I'm good. And when you get there, even when the world feels like a dumpster fire, because we are human living in it, it's like, yeah, but the truth is, you're bigger than this. And if you can see that, then you can actually solve this.
Right.
Yeah.
So on your IG page, you got all these little clips that are pretty cool. Like, you talk about a weekend message, what to do, or you had permission, or it's okay. What brought all that about, and where do we see it going?
Okay, that's a really good question. So I'll tell you why I did all of, like, the weekend messages and the week messages and all that to start with. I found myself getting quote unquote weirder and weirder. So meaning, like, I was getting more deep into spirituality and, like, but I was becoming happier, right? And I was looking for a community, but didn't know how to do it. And then was starting to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. And someone was like, told me, if you're going to rebuild a business, if you're even thinking about it, just get as weird as you possibly can. Just go all the way out on the limb and get rid of everyone who doesn't want to follow along. And so I was like, that's frightening advice, but it's really good advice. And so I started doing it, and it's been fascinating, because I'm definitely on Instagram, but my TikTok, like, literally took off. I went from, like, 0 followers to, like, 1,500 in just, like, months. because I decided just to be myself.
That's amazing.
It was really, really cool. And it's building and it's building. But yes, someone gave me advice like, be as weird as possible so that people just get like, know either you're like quote unquote weird as possible, right? Like totally your flavor so people know whether to come with you or leave.
Yeah, but just stick on your purpose and just keep moving, you know?
Yeah.
The people that want to stick around will stick around, and the ones that don't won't, and the ones that will come in and check in will.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was really, but it was really scary because I was like, well,
Yeah, you're putting yourself out there.
yeah, and you know, you get all like scarcity mindset of like, well, will this like if I'm building a business, shouldn't I like let everyone in?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it really was like, no. The woman was like, just, Fortune told me, just get as weird as possible. Your people will find you. There are people like you out in the world, and I am not shocked, but in the beginning, it really was quite shocking how many people either literally didn't care, which was like one shock piece, right? Like, oh yeah, people are just in their own business. And then two, the people who did, they were like really there. They were champions.
Well, it's funny you mentioned scarcity because, like, you know, it's the mindset of lack or not having enough. I think that's what holds a lot of people back. And that you talk about that kind of stuff. And I think it's a constant work to get out of that because you'll catch yourself or I'll catch myself and then I'll go, well, like, I got to shake it off and kind of just reset a bit and go, why am I getting upset about this? Or why do I think like something's not good enough, you know? It's like I got to go back and just realign, see what I'm doing, and just go back to the drawing board. And you know, if it's not for what it is, then try again another situation or whatever. But just don't get stuck in that mindset, you know? Yeah,
it is challenging though. I mean, I know I don't look it, but I'm half of you, right? I'm half Filipino, and like growing up, I think in immigrant culture, it really does instill it. So you're not just overcoming your stuff, right? You're overcoming generations of it. And I find that's a helpful thing to, one, put out there.
Oh, yeah.
Because a lot of times we're like, what's wrong with me? Why can't I do it? And it's like, well, generations of Filipinos, right?
A lot of
Filipinos,
it's cultural, you know?
like have led me into this exact spot today. And it goes for many cultures and many people. And so, one, I think it's important to know that there's nothing wrong with you, right? We've been taught this, and it has come along.
Yeah.
But it goes back to that shift in perspective that you'd mentioned. When you understand that you already have everything you want, and that everything you want is available to you, then that's when you can move out of scarcity. And what I mean by that, people are like, well, I don't have a Tesla, which I'm not the best example anymore, but like, I don't have a Rivian, I don't have a whatever. And it's like, no, but you think a Rivian will deliver a feeling, and you can have that feeling right now. Right? Oh, I don't have money. Well, you just bought a $7 coffee. And so while you might not have $250,000 in your bank quite yet, you did have enough to buy yourself a really nice latte. And so when we become very appreciative of that, and we shift our perspective, we're able to get into that abundance mindset. But this idea, I was actually working with a client this morning or this afternoon, of this, I want more. It's okay to want more, and the easiest way to get more is to recognize you already have it. Like, that's what gratitude is. So yeah, so the shift out of abundance, I mean, that has been my greatest work, because I listen, that Filipino root, they dug.
It's deep.
Dug in.
But you know, it's when people want more, does it serve its purpose, or like, is it more towards something? Or if you look at what you're doing now, does it contribute to where you're trying to go with your purpose?
That's the question, right? When you think about more, when I look at more, the thing I say, and how I view it, is there's nothing wrong with wanting more. And because we are creators. So if you believe that you're a child of God, a child of Source, whatever your language is, then by default you are a creator, and it is fun to create right? And so more normally comes with creation. The problem that we run into is that getting more isn't fun for a lot of us.
Right.
We want more, not for fun's sake or because we would enjoy it. It's because it's solving a problem for us. But the problem existed way before the more, right? And so it goes back to like pulling all the way back to understand, why do you think you need more? Coming back to who you really are, like the truth of what you are, and then creating for fun.
And I think if it aligns with where you're trying to go, that more is really more like, how do I just refine myself and where I'm going? Because then gratitude, you're right, is a big piece of it, because when you realize you do have more, or you have what you need, you're very grateful for it. And it, I don't know, it helps you create more of what your purpose is.
Yeah, and more comes naturally when you're ready for more.
Yes.
So universal principle, right? Like you cannot get what you're not ready for, or you will only get what you believe you're ready for. And so for me with sound healing, the interesting journey for me is, like I said, I started in September. I should not be playing at this beautiful building. I should not, quote unquote, be having a regular sound bath at May Salon and Wellness. I'm working at this beautiful place in the Highlands that like I shouldn't be there, but because it was so aligned, more was easy. More was easy, and what that means is it flowed through. But yeah, if you're moving in the direction of your purpose, if you're moving in the direction of alignment, more becomes fun.
Yes.
And that fun piece is really important to attracting more fun, right? If you're not having fun now, and you think more is going to bring you more like fun, well, you have to have fun to attract fun. Like that's another universal law. So yeah, I have and continue to work on that daily, but I'm really starting to grasp this concept of abundance, and I realize I have everything I want, and I have everything I need to create everything I want. And while I might have to remind myself of that, like you said, like multiple times throughout the day, what's really cool is that I can remind myself of that.
You can remind yourself. And I like your idea of how you do that.
Every hour.
Every hour.
Okay.
So what are you grateful for, Erica?
What am I grateful for?
Yeah.
I'm grateful for this conversation. I'm grateful I went to San Diego this past weekend.
Oh, can't blame you.
I'm grateful for my kids, truly. I'm grateful for my relationships. I'm grateful for my marriage. I have so much gratitude, and it is wild because probably like 2 or 3, even 2 years ago, I'd been like, well, I'm grateful for this. I would name like 3 things. And now, I told you, I was like so grateful to even get here and save 5 minutes. I was like, that was so great. Like I'm in the car, like that was the coolest thing.
Isn't it amazing how you could just do so many things, or just switch things up in such a short period of time? Or I don't know if a year or 2 is a short period of time, but you just gotta stick to the process.
It's not a year or 2 is not a short amount of time when you look at it, like when I look at it right now. But a year or 2 is a drop in the hat when you think about your lifespan.
Yes.
Like when I worked in health and helped people with health coaching, they're like, oh my God, it takes like, Erica, it's taking like a year and a half to like lose 40 pounds because we were doing it the sustainable way, dealing with pain, whatever. 40 pounds, that's crazy. And I'm like, you have not felt good for 40 years. It has taken 2 years. I'm not the best at math because I'm only half Asian, but 2 divided, like 2 of 40, like there's a drop in the free, like that, what is it, 2%? Maybe I just still did that math wrong. But like, that's no time at all. It's no time at all.
But the beauty of it too is if you do want to make a change, or if you want to do better, it's not that much time. Like you could get it done. Just stick to it and just do it.
Yeah. And it's what you were talking about before we got on camera. The journey actually is like, is it? We hear it all the time. It's not about the destination. And so many of us want it to be, myself included for the longest time. It's the journey. Like when you get to the destination, you're dead. Like, like you've died.
You can have checkpoints.
You can have
but
checkpoints.
But ultimately, it is the journey, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there are certain things you want to accomplish, and you should celebrate them, and they are
Yes.
wonderful milestones in your life. But we think about those Olympic athletes. They win the Olympics.
And then
They're depressed.
they're depressed because you've reached the peak, the pinnacle. Like, you got to figure out something to do afterwards.
Yeah.
That's can't be easy.
No, and
Yeah.
it really is the journey, and these highs and lows are, they're there to point us in the direction towards our purpose and path.
Yes. And I think you just got to keep working at it, right?
Yeah, it is. You keep working at it until it becomes natural, and then you shift from working at it to enjoying the work.
Yes. I would agree with that.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, this has been a great conversation.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. We'll do it again sometime.
Sounds great.